line, and I have had the great privilege of directing this awesome company of 15 actors. They range in age of between 10 and 17. And during 1 week, less than 20 hours, I think about 18 hours, this group of young people with just incredible talent. I mean, really, it's been such a privilege to work with them. They're wonderful and awesome and put up with my quirkiness, which is kind of fun. They've developed very interesting characters. They've learned very challenging blocking. They've painted sets, and they've memorized their lines. So it's been a very tough, intense week. Because our performance is happening outside of a traditional theatrical setting, and we are not going to be using special light equipment or sound equipment, one of the things that they've really gained from this week is learning how to use their instrument, that body that God gave them, to tell an interesting story. They, through their performance, should be the lights, the sound, the ambiance for this wonderful ghost story that we're about to tell you today as we all sit around this campfire together. I could not be prouder of these kids. I have had some very good belly laughs this week. In fact, yesterday I was almost brought to tears. And so I hope that you will enjoy the joy and wonder of this theatrical experience that we have had together. I do have a few things that I do need to ask of you. One, please silence all cell phones. 2, flash photography is strictly prohibited. And 3, we will be using the aisles during this performance. If you, any of your small children, or your personal items do not want to be carried away by the headless horseman, I suggest that you either put them on your lap, at your feet, or under your chair. And without further ado, I give you The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
There is a little valley, which is one of the quietest places in the whole world.
A small brook glides lazily through,
with just enough murmur to lull one to sleep, and the occasional whistle of a quail or tapping of a woodpecker is almost the only sound that ever breaks the common drowse.
Dreamy atmosphere.
This tiny village has
settlers who lived there.
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, such a peaceful spot. So, how's the life?
Cooking?
How's the cattle?
Eating?
How are the hens?
Laying? Yeah.
How are the apples?
Fallen.
And the cider?
Oh, for Pete's sake, brew it.
How's that fine young gun of yours, Katrina?
The Lord only knows.
Sleepy Hollow was a peaceful spot where time seemed to stand still.
The listless inhabitants of the place did things the old-fashioned way.
They did not like to see things change.
Here, tell there's a new schoolmaster coming to town. From Connecticut.
Connecticut.
I hear he's a peculiar kind of fellow.
Hmm.
Reading and writing, writing and reading. Never did know of any good come of it. Schoolmaster, ha! What an easy life. Head work instead of bad work. Bet he doesn't even know what hard work is. Not like us, eh? Like us, huh? Baltus? Baltus? How's your hat?
Huh? Hey!
The place had a bewitching power which caused all those who came to the region to become dreamy-eyed and see strange sights.
Some say it was bewitched by a high German doctor.
Others that an old Indian chief, proper wizard of his tribe, held his powwows there.
I hear tell of a ghost on horseback without a head.
He is often seen in these parts, hurrying along in the gloom of night.
As if on the wings of the wind.
In nightly quest for his head. And the specter is known at all the campfires as
The headless horseman of Sleepy Hollow.
The new schoolmaster's name was Ichabod Crane.
He was tall and exceedingly lank,
He had narrow shoulders.
Long arms and legs.
Hands that stretched a mile out of his sleeves.
feet that might have served as shovels.
His head was small and flat on the top, with huge ears.
Large, green, glassy eyes.
And a long snide nose that looked like a weather vane perched upon his spindle neck, to point which way the wind blew.
To see him striding along the profile of a hill on a windy day.
his clothes baggy and fluttery about him.
You may have mistook him for a scarecrow who escaped from a cornfield.
It was one drowsy autumn afternoon when Ichabod Crane blew into town.
He passed the baker.
Fresh pecan pies.
Good day.
He passed the grocer.
Fresh peaches and Indian corn.
Good day.
The butcher!
Savory sausages and juicy bacon.
Good day.
Pecan pie?
He was soon spotted by the Sleepy Hollow boys, lazying the day away by the Tarrytown taverns.
Indian corn? There was one boy in particular that took a special interest in Ichabod Crane. Savory sausages.
He was one Abraham Van Brunt.
Hero of the country round.
Nicknamed and universally known as
Wrong Bones. He was a burly, roaring, blade.
He was disjointed, with short curly hair.
He has mingled air of fun and arrogance.
Boo! So you're the new schoolmaster.
Ron was always ready for a fight or frolic.
You know, there goes some strange things in Connecticut. There must be something in the water.
He had 3 or 4 boon companions who always stood for a
What
swallow.
do you make of it, boys?
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
I seem to have lost my way to the schoolhouse. I thought it was just down that way and to the right when I must have been so involved in my book. Hey, that's mine. Give it back. Yeah, no.
Let's see. The history of... That's witchcraft. I know what it is. The history of witchcraft in New England by Cotton Mather.
Well, I believe one should do his part to drive away evil spirits.
You mean like witches and ghosts?
Spooks and goblins.
Devils and demons?
Yes. Doesn't everyone?
Well, I'm sorry, Ichabod, but you came to the wrong place, you know. Sleepy Hollow has been haunted for years.
Why, there's haunted houses.
Haunted
And
books?
haunted bridges.
Bridges?
Yes. Like, I know what it is. Like, the church bridge.
The church bridge.
The one you have to cross to get to the schoolhouse.
The church bridge. Well, I'm sure it's safe to cross in broad daylight.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just be on my way. My book, please.
Sir, it's been a pleasure.
Yes. Sir, I'm in your debt.
Oh, don't think of it, school teach. Yes?
You're quite sure there's no other way?
The church bridge. The only way.
The only way.
Well, anyway. Sure it's fine to cross in broad daylight.
And so, Ichabod gathered his meager courage and found the spirit to cross the bridge to the little schoolhouse.
The church bridge. The bridge. The bridge. It's just an ordinary covered bridge. Sure it's safe to cross in broad daylight. But it's dark in
Ichabod! It was believed in that bewitched and haunted glen
that once one passed through the covered bridge.
Frightening voices and strange visions would disappear.
In this, people of Sleepy Hollow firmly and potently believe.
Just an ordinary covered bridge. Don't know what those boys were talking about. Come on, children. Come quickly.
The schoolhouse was Ichabod's little empire, in which he held absolute sway.
He was lord and master.
You're ugly.
Am not.
Your mother's ugly.
Is not.
Your father's ugly.
Is not.
Your dog's ugly.
Silence! Now, for our first recitation of the day, Judith, you will stand. What does the Honorable Reverend Cotton Mather so solemnly teach us on the subject of raising our voice to heaven in song?
It is wonderfully fitted to grant you
And
warm the heart.
And what?
I not know, sir.
Tis, tis, tis. You have a bit of homework to do, do you not, young lady? Here. And
To enliven and refresh all our powers and cherish every holy frame, to calm and silence our evil, noisy passions. To actuate and invigorate pious and devotional affections.
splendid. Judith! What does the blackboard say, young lady?
Spare the rod and spoil the child.
Golden maxim. Don't you agree?
Yes, sir.
And it is my duty to your parents to administer justice whenever it becomes necessary. Which you'll have me to remember and thank for the long stay you have to live.
Yes, sir.
It behooved Ichabod to stand in turn with some of his papers.
Tappy tap. Do you know what your good mother will be preparing for supper this evening? Her special, juicy, relishing handcrafts?
He was especially kind to the students with pretty sisters, or whose mothers were good cooks.
Smoked turkey or hasty pudding? Blackberry jam,
Ow!
biscuits? Oozy turkey and ham. Hams. You know, I could go on for hours about ham. I could eat ham all the time, and I would never get tired of it. You know, just last Saturday, I went to the Van Ripper's house, and we had ham, and stuffing, and mashed potatoes, and gravy, and pie.
Ichabod was a huge feeder.
The schoolmaster is generally a man of some importance in the female circle of a rural neighborhood.
Master Crane, yoo-hoo! Morty,
Oh, yes, of course.
crumpets, please.
Please.
He was esteemed by the women as a man of learning, for he had read several books quite through.
Oh, that's great. You tell the book you so recently read.
Oh, what a superior work it was. Full of delightful tales, woeful anecdotes,
Oh,
speculations of comets and shooting stars.
oh.
You know, I learned an alarming fact. This was surprising. The Earth turns round, like rotisserie.
Well, good heavens, what keeps us from falling off?
You know, I'm not altogether sure. Perhaps Matthew will address this issue in one of his next books.
In addition to his other vocations, Ichabod was a singing master of the neighborhood. He picked up many a bright shilling by by instructing the female folk in song.
Now, ladies, let us remember, outward melody is an avenue toward inward devotion.
Oh, how true, how true.
Now, we shall begin. Do, 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 do. Over all those wide extended plains shines one eternal day.
As you have heard the description of the robust Ambrose,
Continue.
it won't surprise you to learn of some of his pranks on Italy.
There God the sun forever reigns and scatters light away.
I am bound for the promised land. I am bound for the promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I am bound for the promised land. Oh, Master Crane, I am transported by the beauty of your voice.
Well, that's my favorite.
Say, Ichabod. Ichabod? Have you met my dog Nails yet? Ichabod, this is Nails. Nails, this is Ichabod. He's the schoolmaster. Come on, shake his paw.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm afraid dogs don't take to me very well.
Well, Nails likes everybody. Isn't that right, Nails?
He's quite a ferocious little pup. He wouldn't bite.
Nails wouldn't hurt a flea. Well, not unless he said the attack word.
I won't certainly won't say that. What is the attack?
It's C-A-T.
Oh, cat.
Despite his fear of ghosts and goblins,
And now Nails.
Ichabod came upon a creature that struck sheer terror into his heart.
That was a woman.
Katrina Van Tassel.
Katrina was a perfect glass of fresh paint,
Pretty as a archer.
ripe and melting and rosy cheeked, as one of her father's peaches.
She wore a provokingly short petticoat, displayed the prettiest ankles and feet in the country around.
Katrina. Moreover, she was the daughter and the only child of a very wealthy Dutch farmer. Katrina.
Oh, boys!
Yes, Katrina?
Could one of you boys please help me with my packages?
Oh, I will. Actually, I will.
No, let me.
Hey, Katrina, I've got him. See?
I got him.
Move over.
He'll get them. Won't you, Brom?
You bet I will, you skinny little...
Let's be nice.
Ha-ha. Schoolmaster.
Why isn't this nice? Thank you, Mom.
Ah!
Oh, dear.
Oh, Katrina, let me get the date for it.
How very civilized of you, Master Crane.
Please call me Ichabod.
Well, I am flattered, Ichabod. It's not every day a country girl gets to walk with a gentleman. One of your vastly superior tastes and accomplishments. Not like these country slangs.
Oh, see here, my friend. There's a puppet in my pack. Listen, get your dainty toes wet.
Wow!
Come along, Brom. Don't lag behind.
Yes, Brom. Don't lag behind.
Bronco's had sometimes singled out the blue Katrina for his own. No one dare cross the line of Brom's advances.
Katrina. Oh, I love you, Katrina.
My rosy cheeks,
Your rosy cheek.
my pretty little foot and ankle,
Oh, that ankle.
and my father's farm.
And your father's farm.
I'm an only child, you know. An only child. Whoever I marry will inherit that farm. That green, luscious, profitable farm.
Ducks and geese.
And turkeys.
And turkeys.
Roasting pigs.
With pudding in its belly and a napkin in its mouth.
And don't forget the onion sauce.
With the compliment of onion sauce. Oh, how I love you, Katrina.
I know. A stouter man than he would have shrunk from the competition.
And a wiser man would despair, but Ichabod persevered.
Oh, Brom, there you are.
Yes, Katrina?
I have something very, very important to say to you.
You do?
Do you indeed?
Is it something very, very important?
Oh, yes, Brom.
What?
Well, you're just so special to me
I am?
that I want you to be my very special guest at my father's Halloween frolic on Saturday.
Well, I will be honored to, Katrina. I really would. I see you've come to your senses about that schoolmaster fellow.
Brom, will you walk with me to my carriage?
This is too much. Take my arm, Katrina. You won't forget your choice. Well, come on, gal.
Oh, but Brom, there's a puddle in my path.
A puddle? It's nothing. Here. Take my hand and hop on over.
Huh?
Well, why not?
Well, it just wouldn't be civilized.
Well, what do you want me to do? Take off my jacket and put it in the mud like that bag of hot air school teacher?
Please.
I guess I can. That wheezy little, spindly little school teacher can do what I definitely can.
Why, Brom, I do believe you are becoming more and more sophisticated every day.
Sure am. Sure as sophisticated as that slimy little... Take my arm, Katrina.
Oh, but Brom, you're all dirty and covered with mud.
What?
Well, I can't walk with you when you're as messed as this. Go on now, do get yourself cleaned up, for heaven's sake.
But I was...
Go on now, shoot.
Oh, Katrina.
Ichabod, there you are. I have something very, very important to say to you.
To me?
To you.
Oh, I didn't know, Katrina. Oh, well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
I hope you won't disappoint me, Ichabod.
Oh, no. Hey, you sly little fox. Right or left? Just can't decide. Eel oil. Just think of fashionable hair. It's all the rage in town. Won't these country dames smooth? The picture of charm and elegance. The love boat is about to set sail. Katrina, love of my life. life, would you consent to be my wife? Oh, Katrina, I love each hair on your head. I won't be content until we are wed. Katrina, Katrina, give me your hand, your heart, and your vow, for you are my lamb, my dove, and my cow. Practice. Practice makes perfect. Well, off to the party.
Here, chick, chick, chicks. Here, chick, chick, chicks. Oh, Roger. Here, chick, chick, chicks. Come and get it while it's hot. It's not actually hot, but come and get it. Here, chick, chick, chicks. Here, chick, chick, chicks.
Ah, Master Van Ripper, there you are.
Master Crane, hello there, reading and writing going out in the schoolhouse.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Your pupil, you're a child, that is the best in the class.
My child. Honestly.
Absolutely. You can be very proud of that one, to be sure. By the way, Master Van Ripper, you may be able to help me out.
I don't have any money.
Oh. No. I wouldn't dream of taking money from an honest farmer like yourself. One of Dame Van Ripper's pies, perhaps. But I only wish to borrow your most dashing steed, that I may cut a fine figure of gallantry as I approach the Van Tassel Castle for the Halloween frolic.
Well, I don't have any of those dashing steeds. You can have a little gunpowder tonight, if you can get them up off the ground.
Gunpowder, eh? In the name of the spirit?
I push, he's gold. And count three, just grab them from me. There. All right. Here. 1, 2, 3.
This is going to be a bit harder than I thought. Ready?
Grab them from me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know.
We got another idea?
Yeah. Gunpowder just loves desserts. He loves them. Eats them all the time. What's your favorite dessert? What's your favorite dessert? Gunpowder just loves spaghetti. On the count of 3, yell spaghetti as loud as you can, and that will certainly get gunpowder up. Okay? Okay? Okay.
Ready? Yell loud.
1, 2, 3.
Spaghetti!
So, how do you get on one of these things, eh?
Put your leg over it. Yeah. Put it on over. I don't think that's the right.
Back off. How do you do that?
Same way you got back on.
pupil had lost its pupil.
Ichabod was a suitable figure for such a scene.
He rode a short stirrup thrown on his knees nearly up to the pommel of his saddle.
His sharp elbows stuck out like grasshoppers.
And as the horse jogged on, the motion of his arms was not unlike the flapping of a pair of wings.
It was altogether such a sight as is seldom seen in broad daylight.
Adieu.
Adieu.
Say, like my horse, sir. Thank you. Do you like my horse, sir?
As Ichabod jogged slowly on his way, his eyes took in every specter of harvest treasures.
Apples, apples, juicy red apples.
Warm apple pie.
Corn! Fresh corn! Get your fresh sweet corn right here!
Cakes and hasty pudding. Ba-da-dum.
Buckwheat, get your buckwheat here.
Dainty flapjacks garnished with honey. And all served by the hand of my love, Katrina. I am bound for the
When he entered the house, the conquest of his heart was fulfilled.
He beheld at the corn cover immense treasures of old silver and well-mended china. He beheld the ample charms of a genuine Dutch country detail.
The resplendent abundance dazzled his eyes. There were doughy donuts,
Crisp and crumbly brewers.
Apple pie!
Peach pie.
Pumpkin pies.
Delectable dishes of preserved plums.
not to mention the broiled fish and roasted chickens.
All mingled, piccadilly.
Heaven bless me.
Ichabod did ample justice to everything.
And now, the sound of music summoned all to the dance. Ichabod! May I have this dance? Oh, Ichabod, I didn't know you were such a dancer.
But of course, my lady.
And such a gentleman.
Inspired by a lovely lady's charm. This is called the two-step.
How very civilized.
It's all the rage in town.
Stylish and worldly.
Excuse me, Ichabod. I was curious if I could.
Oh, Brawl, please, you're getting in our way.
Ichabod, I'm sorry. If I could come. Oh, no, you don't. Katrina, you're dancing with me.
I never knew you cared so.
Along without vigor, after the ladies had retired, the men folk gathered, as was their custom.
Around the fire to tell tales of ghosts and strange sights.
As the neighborhood is rich in legendary treasures of the kind.
Many dismal tales were told about funeral trains.
Mourning cries.
And wailings were heard from the soul of Major Andre, who haunts the place.
Major Andre?
There's also the story of
The woman in white. She was often heard to shriek on winter nights, just before a storm, having died there in the snow.
The snow?
And then, Ichabod, here's my favorite story. The tale of the headless horseman of Sleepy Hollow. Folks around here say he was a German trooper in the Revolutionary War. And that one day, on the battlefield, his head was carried off by a cannonball! Boom! Do tell. They say he rides at night as if on the wings of the wind back to the battlefield. Guess what his favorite spot for haunting is, Ichabod?
I don't know.
Do you remember the bridge, school teacher? The church bridge?
The church bridge?
Did you notice anything special about that bridge?
Well, it seemed
A bit what?
just a touch dark
And,
and frightening
and
haunted. It seemed haunted.
Ichabod, you're gonna have to be careful going home tonight. The church bridge is one of his favorite haunts. And Halloween is his favorite time of year. Of course, everyone knows that if you can get across the church bridge, you'll be safe.
Safe?
As long as you get there before you meet the Headless Horseman! Good luck, Ichabod.
With a heavy heart and a worried soul, Ichabod roused gunpowder.
Come on, boy.
All the stories of ghosts and goblins now came crowding into his mind.
Major Andre.
As the night grew darker and darker.
Woman in white.
Stars seem to sneak forward into the sky.
Come on, boy.
He soon came to the very place where Major Andre was taken prisoner.
A tree that had since been named Andre's Tree.
Major Andre. I wish not to disturb you, sir. Ghost, sir. Spirit. I only wish to pass in peace. Please let me pass. You see gunpowder? Trees don't move. There now. See gunpowder? There's no such thing as ghosts. It's only a bird. Let's go.
As he approached the stream, his heart began to thump.
All those wide, extended.
He gave his horse a tremendous kick.
In the dark shadow of the grove, on the mountain, he beheld something huge, misshapen, black and terrifying.
Who are you?
No reply.
Suddenly the figure arose against the sky, gigantic in height and a flowing black cloak.
Ichabod was forced to struck to see that he was
I like the wind. Where is he gone? Does anyone know where he is? Someone help me! Does anyone see him? If I can just cross the church bridge, I'll be safe!
Rain, I have something for you.
If you don't believe the stories when the hum is sweet.
The next morning, gunpowder was found outside the schoolhouse, soberly eating the grass on the lawn.
There was no schoolmaster.
But they did find the hats of the unfortunate Ichabod.
And close behind it was a shattered helmet.
Most of the people of Sleepy Hollow just shook their heads.
And came to the conclusion that Ichabod Crane had been carried off by the headless horseman.
I tried to warn the schoolmaster about that bridge. You'd think someone with that much book money would be a lot smarter. I guess I'll be crying and carrying on for weeks now.
Well, I have done a lot of crying this morning, but
But?
I might feel better by this afternoon for the church picnic.
Well, I'd be honored to be your co-Katrina.
Well, of course, Nicholas did ask me before you.
Katrina, I just...
Oh, but of course I'll go with you, Ron. After his rival's disappearance, Ron Bones took the blooming Katrina in triumph to the altar. But Ron, I do still wonder about that pumpkin they found beside Ichabod's hat.
Never mind, Katrina, never mind. Oh, boy.
Some still say that on a quiet summer evening, off in the distance,
You might still hear Ichabod's melancholy voice.
Among the tranquil hills.
Of Sleepy Hollow.
On stormy banks I stand, and cast a wishful eye to Canaan's fair and happy land, where my possessions lie. I am bound for the promised land. I am bound for the promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I am bound for the promised land.
Last, I'd like to thank Mrs. Heinlein for being awesome. I didn't find that one very cool.
So seriously, like maybe 18 hours, didn't they do an incredible job? So I would like to let you know who all these characters are. So trees, school children, Van Tassel, Van Ripper, please step forward. Give it up for them. All storytellers, can you take a step forward, please? Let's give it up for the lovely Van Tassel. of the cast who brought a camera. We're going to do that quickly, and then we'll greet you outside. Thank you so much for coming. Thank